Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. I'm Naomi, the Brickanista, your hostess or host, Brickman Mosaic Art. Hey, how are you? I know Brickman Mosaic and I have been talking offline about how excited he is about this set. So, hey, welcome. Hey, Steven. Steven's here. How are you? Great to hear from you. So Steven's in the Philippines and Brickman Mosaic Art. I don't know what city you're in. I think you said you're in Oregon, right? I was just reading an article about branding and how the little logo for Blockbuster Video, how iconic it is. Hey, how are you, Steven? And okay, you're good. Great. They were talking about that the last Blockbuster is actually in Bend, Oregon. And I think that's where Brick Huntress lives. And I know that this has been a big week of mosaics. We've been talking to people from Tricky Bricks who've been participating in their challenges. And I did not have a chance to build a mosaic this week. So I wanted you to know, Brickman Mosaic Art, I turned in the one that I used for your challenge for Tricky Bricks. So it's going to get some extra airplay. So I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging me to do a mosaic because it's not in my wheelhouse. It's not something that I normally do. So I really appreciate you pushing and encouraging us to do some mosaics. So Brickman Mosaic is really known for mosaics as well as Brick Huntress. And I think Corey and who was it, Mel, I think we're both on that show doing some mosaics. And I'm also in a fantastic mood because if you see behind me, several of you who've tuned into the Brickanista Broadcast Network know that I've used this as my backdrop for a while. And it was inspirational for me. And I found it on a visitor's site. And I said, you know what? I like that. I'm going to use this as my backdrop. And it's been beautiful the last few days. Debo, hey, ahoy, hoy, how are you? Good to see you. And I'm glad that Debo's here because today I am building the Mighty Dinosaurs set, which is what Debo and I are partnering with to have a Rebrick challenge. And we're calling it hashtag Rebrick this. You finished your Lego City? Oh, that's great. Good job, Steven. So anyway, going back to the falls. So I said this on my Twitch stream, and I haven't had a chance to talk about it on YouTube, but this is Snoqualmie Falls. So I'm going to put this in the chat. Cowboy Cornado, Cowboy Kenobi, how are you? In fact, yesterday's stream on Twitch was epic. I had so much fun on that stream. And I just wanted you to know that people who join my streams, they just really make me laugh. And it is really a highlight of my day. So anyway, I wanted to put in Debo Bricks is his login on Instagram and YouTube. When are you broadcasting next, Debo? Because I think you do Mondays at 9 a.m., but I didn't know if you were going to have a stream before that. And anyway, so and Snoqualmie Falls is the location that is behind me here. And Snoqualmie Falls, for those of you who've never been there, is the location for Twin Peaks for that TV show that they have done. Okay, so this is what happened yesterday on the Brickanista Broadcast Network on my Twitch channel, is we had a couple discussions, and one of them had to do with Star Wars names. So we gave each other Star Wars names, which I thought was hilarious. Joel Marbello, yes, that is Snoqualmie Falls. And I was mentioning yesterday on Twitch, I've had this backdrop for a while. If you've been following me, you've probably seen this backdrop a couple times. And I just was inspired by it. That's why I put it up there as my backdrop. And I said, one of these days, I'm going to go over there because it's about a 50-minute drive. And I went there yesterday, and it is stunning. Mondays at 9, taking it lightly. Okay, well, especially since we're talking about Debo. He had streamed, a week and a half ago, I think, or 2 weeks ago, the Ninjago City Gardens in 2 days. So he did 9 hours the first day, and then 7 hours the second day. And I just thought you were nuts. So I think we've been chatting about, for me, I tend to stream about 3 to 4 hours a day when I do stream, and it just, that is about my max. So kudos to you, Debo, for your first stream on YouTube. You just hit it out of the park. So it's amazing just seeing how other streamers do things. And so when Debo and I were chatting about what one of the sets that I was building, and I'm trying to remember which set it was. Oh, it was the Minions set. So I had been streaming that, and he goes, that set would be great for a Rebrick. So after the stream, we started chatting some more, and we said, you know what, we should just do a Rebrick challenge. And that's why we have the Mighty Dinosaurs, which we're going to do today. So before I go into that, though, I wanted to talk about some of the other conversations we had, which were a lot of fun. And one of them had to do with old movies, and that had to do with Clint Eastwood. And I did some research. Dirty Harry is not available for streaming. However, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is. So I'm thinking we may have a watch party sometime. I think it's available on Amazon Prime. So if you have an Amazon Prime account, I think we're going to have a Good and Bad and the Ugly stream sometime. So anyway, I'm going to check it out. I think it'll be fun to do. And yeah, Cowboy Kenobi and Joel and Mr. Brickles. Yeah, it's like the whole gang is here. So anyway, yes, Snoqualmie Falls. It's very cool. If you're up in the Seattle area, if you haven't seen it, it's a 50-minute drive. Beautiful. And the parking isn't that expensive. It's $7 to park for 2 hours, and you can get plenty in while you're there. Anyway, okay. So we've been having some really cool conversations the last few days. Now, the other conversation we had was with regard to the video product. And I will show you this on my down camera, but yesterday I opened the Punk Pirate and I opened the Ice Cream Mermaid. And honestly, the Punk Pirate to me was head and shoulders above the mermaid. But if you are thinking about doing that, we were joking yesterday that that's way overpriced Wednesday, and today is Thrifty Thursday. So anyway, so I'm going to cover up the falls, center myself, and I just wanted to tell you, everybody, you guys have been awesome. I hit 100 subscribers early this morning at about 1:50 a.m., so I really appreciate that all of you have been following me and encouraging me to continue on this journey. It's been a lot of fun, and who knows where this is going to go. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Lego shirt. Really? Lego Movie, Good Cop, Bad Cop. Oh, okay, Joel, you're going to need to send me a photo of that sometime, because that would be really cool. I could wear that shirt on the day that we do the watch party. So anyway, I'm thinking watch party, probably on Twitch, watch party of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly on Amazon Prime. So I think that would be a lot of fun if people are up for that. We'll have to pick a day that works well for everybody. But I've missed that movie. I think my favorite of the spaghetti western movies that he's done, there's two of them that I absolutely love. One of them is High Plains Drifter. The other one is The Unforgiven. And as you know, The Unforgiven was more recent than his traditional spaghetti western ones. But I think that would be a lot of fun to hang out and talk about and from what I understand with watch parties, I've seen it done, I think, two different ways. One of them is you have a Discord channel live, the voice channel, and then you can talk while the movie's going. And the other is just, I think, with chat. So we'll figure it out. But anyway, I'm thinking High Plains Drifter watch party to celebrate reaching 100 followers or subscribers here on YouTube. I always get the terminology kind of mixed up. So I just wanted to just check on the chat. You've reached 80 subscribers. That's awesome. Good job, Brickman Mosaic. You only need 20 more, and then you'll reach 100. The one thing I have to do before I get my vanity URL is I have to upload a banner. So I'll probably just create a simple banner, and then I'll have youtube.com/Brickanista. And so I'm excited about that. That's the first milestone, and of course there's other milestones along the way. So anyway, with that, here, let's go ahead and get my down camera going here. So this is the set. So if you don't have the set, you can also download it for free electronically and do a Rebrick using Studio. But this set is very inexpensive. In fact, we were joking because I have some of the video sets here. So just for those of you who missed the Twitch stream yesterday, this one is the pirate. And I'm just going to raise this up a little bit. So the pirate, I like. I think he's super cool. Comes with this little bandstand, I guess. Is this what this is? And it has some dots, so you can see it makes a little anchor. And then this one is the mermaid. This little ice cream tail, and you can see that they made a little ice cream cone on the bottom. Now, yesterday we were joking. I think Cornado came up with this phrase, way overpriced Wednesday, because these sets, they're $19.99, and this is pretty much all you get. There's another piece that goes on top, and I don't have it here because I was trying to make goggles out of it yesterday. So I'm still not quite there, but I just flipped a piece. So the other thing I wanted to show you is inside there's a little container. So you can put her guitar there, and you can put some other tiles there as well. You had that shirt. You wish you still had it. Oh, bummer. That's the only Beatbox you got. Which one? The mermaid or the pirate? Super coral. Yes. Yes. In fact, for Tricky Bricks people, since coral is kind of like our code color, that this Beatbox with the pirate is that really nice coral and the dark teal, which is another reason why I wanted this. Oh, and the other thing that I was super excited about is it comes with these special tiles, but many of you know I'm big into pandas, and oops, there is a panda tile in here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Uh-oh, I hope I don't have a problem with this. Okay, so there's the panda tile. It's a panda tile, and as you know, March 16th is National Panda Day. So we were saying that if you do have one of these, I don't know if you have a panda tile, Joel, but what our code is in the upper right, that's where we're putting the panda tile. And that's how we know you're a friend of the Brickanista Broadcast Network. So anyway, the shirt is available from TeePublic and Amazon. Oh, okay. All right. Can you email me that link, if you can, to brickanista@gmail.com? Because I would love to get one. And maybe we'll schedule the watch party sometime, I don't know, towards the end of the month. Because this, just to give you some dates. Okay, so we have this creator set. And this creator set is something Debo and I picked for this challenge. And so I'm just going to build it based on the instructions. So if you have it, I know that Brickman Mosaic Art, you have it, so feel free to follow along, or you probably are building already, that's fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rebrick it after the stream. Everybody can rebrick their own, and then use the hashtag rebrickthis. It's dope, yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, the Tricky Bricks next stream is tomorrow. Yes, they will be streaming tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Our stream of all of the collected works of everybody won't be until March 21st. So I'm going to go ahead and put that into the chat. So use hashtag rebrickthis, and then post by March, so it would be Sunday, March 21st at 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. And you don't have to mail it in. All you have to do is post it on Instagram, because as long as you use that hashtag, we'll be able to find it. And then my YouTube page will go live at 1 o'clock p.m. with Debo. So we are going to, essentially I'm going to use a Zoom channel. We're going to both log in to Zoom, and I'm going to stream it from Zoom, and then I can share the screen when we're looking at all the Instagram posts. So that's how we're going to do that. You even have a Star Wars CCG custom card made? Really? Wow. Okay, well, this is clearly I don't know everything that's out there because there's so many cool things. And in case you're wondering, Cowboy Cornado said it's dope, yo. If you want to, you don't have to, but if you think that your model is dope, then you can do the hashtag it's dope, yo as well. But the one you really need is Rebrick this. So, Joel Dameron. Okay, I'm not sure what Joel Dameron is. But anyway, okay, so let's crack this open and just have some fun with this. Now, I watched Debo's stream, so he had mentioned, now this one is interesting because you have the push tab here, but you opened yours like a tray, didn't you, Debo, on your stream? Which I think was a little different. I am going to open mine as I normally do, just kind of like with some scissors and open the side. In SW, I am scum. Star Wars? Okay. Well, Poe Dameron. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So that's Joel Dameron. It could be your name for Star Wars. Now you can see when they have these push tabs, the boxes are really flimsy. But don't forget, this is a $14.99 set. So going back to way overpriced Wednesday, these sets are $19.99, so almost $20 for that. You get, in this set, you get 174 pieces for $14.99. Or if you go to Target, I think right now the sale is still going on in Target. I got this for $11.99. And you can see already, just looking at the pieces here, that you have more than what you get for your money with the way overpriced Wednesday. Now, I will say, though, even though these are way overpriced, the artwork is stunning on some of these. All the beat bits, all the different kinds of styles they have on that. And I like the pirate, all the work that they did on the detailing there. Stop bragging. Okay, what's he bragging about? Because you're scum? Well, one of the things we talked about yesterday was scum is, we wanted everybody to be on the light side. So the people who had joined, we were just giving each other names. So I am C3 It's Dope Yo. That's my name. And this is perfect because Debo is R2 Debo. And we'll be hosting the challenge review on, on Sunday the 21st. So scum and villainy is where it's at. Okay, well, we were talking, Hooded One showed up. And the first thing I said was, Hooded One, that's Palpatine, right? From Star Wars. I hope these Beatboxes go down in price. Yeah, brick sketches went down from $19.99 to $16.99. Yeah, I think they're going to have to because they're just, I was saying maybe for $14.99 it would be worth that price, but $19.99 is way too expensive. Yeah, more usable pieces coming in this. Welcome to Brickanista's Cantina. That's right. We were talking about that. The members who show up with their Star Wars names, that we're all in the Brickanista Cantina, and we could be singing that. Okay, so Debo's here, and he did this, and he started with the T-Rex. So I think we'll do the same thing. I think if I remember right, Debo, you start with T-Rex, and then the Triceratops is a separate manual, and then you have the pterodactyl. So you need Star Wars minifigs too. No, you don't need Star Wars minifigs. All we did was, we're chatting, right? And I'm trying to remember where this came up. I mean, I'm not even sure how the conversation started, but we just started giving each other Star Wars names. So Matthew, he shows up. He just says, hi. And then we were realizing nobody had taken Yoda. So Matthew is now Mattheota. So we have, what was the, Doc Sampson had joined, and he chose Doc Nass. We have Nerdy Curious, and he is, I think, Nerdy Calrissian, right? We had a field day. So yeah, if you want to continue with that, if you want to, Joel, I think they gave you Poe Dameron, so you're Joel Dameron, is that right? I don't know. We had Quilt Lego Mama, who was on the call yesterday, so we named her Quilt Leah Mama. Yeah, so we have quite a few that, you know, we were just having fun. We were just shooting the breeze. Star Wars sig figs of ourselves would be fun. So if I were to be C-3PO, would I have like the C-3PO body and then my face on it? I don't know. That would look kind of weird. I think. I don't know. That might be kind of scary. Like dimensions. Well, you know, who knows? Like I said, this literally started yesterday. We were just having a ball. At least I was having a ball. I don't know. People stayed on for practically the whole time, so I'm assuming that they had a good time too. Okay, I think I opened up 2 bags. I remember there's 3 bags. Here's the 3rd bag. You wished you could find Lego that cheap? 99 cents. Wow. The sig figs? What are you talking about that's going to be 99 cents? Give it 6 months, 50% off video? Possibly. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, and the app, the app was hilarious. By the way, we picked the band name. The band name we picked was Emphasize the Ketchup. Emphasize the Ketchup Band. I don't know. Some of the other band names weren't that as interesting to me, but okay. So just out of the gate, if you just see these parts just kind of from an overhead view, here's some really cool ones like this one. This big ball joint with the double-sided 2x2 brick with the 2 ball joints. Video is going to be at the dollar store like Dimensions. Okay. See, I missed Dimensions. I never got that. Now, Debo pointed this out on his stream, that we have this extender connector. So if you notice, there is a 1x2 snot piece on the end, and then this connector also extends. So that's another really cool piece that's here. Yeah, I mean, and you get, what, 2 of these. So there's 2 of these in here. You also get some wedge plates. So you have these flat triangular wedge plates. Super green, yeah. And it's the regular green. It's not sand green. It's the traditional green. So if you're going to rebrick this, you might end up doing a landscape, for example, because there's lots of different things. Now, here's the thing that I got to be careful about. Now, you see I have this 2x2 round plate, and I better get these other things out of the way, because I got in trouble last time on a rebrick challenge with Tricky Bricks, because I had put in a translucent piece and onto bits, right? My Mustache Sally and bits, and they said, that's an illegal move, Brickanista. I said, I'm sorry, it was on my table. I didn't know. Let's see. You got all your dimensions half off. Wow. Wow. That was at the dollar store, you said? Okay, I'll be on the lookout for all those video boxes. So you got some nice little long tusks or teeth, which I think are ribs for the bones. You got some nice teeth pieces. These are what Debo calls gloves. I call them fat wrenches. So these are the fat wrenches where you can put a connection in the end as well. Yeah. And then, of course, you have some really good snot pieces. Like here are the snot pieces that have the corner piece. Clear away non-31058 bits. Yeah, so this one These have to go to the side. In fact, I better put that way to the side. I'm going to put that here beyond. You're a ginger with a beard. If I dress up my sig fig like Cowboy Kenobi, I just look like Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, you'd be Obi-Wan Kenobi with a cowboy hat. That would be awesome. If you showed up at a cosplay event with the Obi-Wan Kenobi robes and a cowboy hat on top, then you'd be Cowboy Kenobi. I mean, and you're right, being a ginger, you would be perfect. Anyway, just saying. And if you need a cowboy hat, I have a Stetson, a white Stetson hat, which would probably fit you. I don't know. I have a big head. So anyway, I've had that hat when I bought it. I think, gosh, it's old, but it's a beautiful white hat. That's what you need, Cornado. You need the white hat with the Obi-Wan Kenobi robes. You'd be perfect. Yeah. Anyway, we're being silly again. These are cool pieces too. So these are the 2x2 bricks with that big ball joint, because I'm assuming that's going to be for these pieces here. So yeah, we're going to have fun with this, I can tell. But as you can see, it's not too many pieces, but it's enough that you can do some really interesting things. So I'm excited about that. All right, so here we go. We're going to start off, and feel free if you have this set, if you're going to go ahead and build along. And I know that it took 2 hours for Debo to do both, or all 3 of these. Okay, so we're going to start off with, remember those gloves that Debo was talking about? I think we're making the little rib, what do you call it, that little side thing. You won't cosplay, but thanks. I'll make that minifig, though. Okay, you're gonna make... Okay, I want to see the picture of that minifig. I guess maybe that's what we can do, is we can all make our minifigs if we want. Debo, it'll be interesting for you to do the R2 Debo one. And see what that looks like. And if you want a name, you know, all you have to do is put into the chat what you think your name could be, or we can brainstorm. That's essentially all we did. So don't feel left out. If you want a Star Wars minifig name, then this would be the time to ask. Because I think, Joel, we were saying you could be Joel Dameron if you want. So we're doing the same thing with this. Here, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you get a bigger view. So we're putting together this rib cage. Very simple. It's these gloves, these glove pieces with the tusks, and then it says I should have a third tusk in here. There it is. And the reason why, I guess I can tell you a little bit of history of how the Star Wars thing came about, is that Cornado would show up to some of my streams, and if I'm working on a set like this, I might not find a piece. And I'd say, I can't believe I can't find this piece. It's not in here. And he'd say, trust in the brick, Brickanista. And so I think just last week, I just said, oh, you're like Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, because if you remember in Star Wars, when Luke decides not to put the screen helper for him to shoot the Death Star, and he hears the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi, like, trust in the Force. So I said, oh my gosh, Cornado, you are Kenobi. You're my Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, and that's when I think Debo hopped on and he said, he's Cowboy Kenobi. So that's how that kind of stuck. Now I wish I bought the 2020 Advent calendar with the Poe Dameron in the ugly Star Wars Christmas sweater. You know, you might be able to trade for that. That probably wouldn't be... I don't know. Is that super rare? I'm not sure. Okay, so we're doing some more of these, and this time we're putting the little tooth in. So this, and like I said, there's a lot of really good pieces. These little wrench pieces, these fat wrenches is what I call them, those are super useful, especially during ornament time. These are great for making ornaments. The brick force is with Corey. Corey is with the brick force. Yes. Yes, the brick force is strong here. And you are right now at the Brickanista Cantina hanging out. And like I said, we're silly here, but we have fun. Okay, so I think that's it. I think we just have 5 pieces, and it says to just kind of curve them up a little bit. So it looks like a rib cage. Okay, so that's the first little side piece that we're doing. Yeah, I just think it's hilarious just how we came up with that on a stream, and now it's going to be a thing. But I guess if you think about it, that's what Tricky Bricks does too. I mean, how did you get Cowboy Cornado? Cornado? I don't remember that. And did you just say howdy once, and then all of a sudden you're now Cowboy Cornado? I don't remember the history of that. You are one with the brick, and the brick is with me. Yes, that is true. That is so true. Yeah, because, like I said, and I don't know if I was just being lazy or if I was just paranoid, but I would say, oh my God, I can't believe the brick isn't here. And he'd say, trust in the brick. The clutch, it binds us. Yes, it does. Oh, I'm having too much fun. This is great. You guys are awesome. I really like streaming because we have so much fun having these little chats. Okay, so now you notice I made this little almost like a boat shape. So the 2x2 inverse slopes. So those are also nice. That's a cool rib cage. Have any of you assembled the Ideas Dino fossils? I have not, but I was thinking that would also be a good set, but it's kind of expensive. This one, literally, I got it for $11.99 at Target. And that's why we were talking about doing something that's affordable for people. And that this whole conversation came up because of the Minions set. Is I was able to get the Minions set. It's $19.99, but I got buy one, get one 40% off over at Fred Meyer. And that's kind of how Debo had mentioned, hey, that would make a great set to Rebrick. And then we started talking off stream, and that's when we said, hey, let's just do like a Rebrick challenge out there. So you see what we're doing now is we're putting these 1x2 mixel joints here, which is nice, and then we're just binding it with some plates. And then we have a just a plain 1x2 brick at the very end. Minions at Target now? Yes. I got it, well, I don't know about Target, but I got it at Fred Meyer, so you may be able to get it from there. You have, which set? Flynn and I was the Cowboy Curtis of Tricky Bricks. Oh, I see. Okay, so now that's how you became Cowboy Cornado. Okay, so that's how you got to be Cowboy Cornado. And then you got onto my stream, and then we started calling you Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then you became Cowboy Kenobi. So you're just full of nicknames. Okay, so here's that double big ball joint that's going to go here. So just looking at this already, you see we have this little mixel joint here. We've got the 2 big ball joints, and we have 2 small 1x2 mixels over here. You wanted to, but you lost the museum space in town. Oh, Cowboy Curtis, classic. Yeah, well, it sounds like, well, I think too, didn't you have another nickname too before that? I'm trying to think. I thought you did. I can't remember. But anyway, you're my Obi-Wan Kenobi. So if you want to take that to other streams, you're welcome to. You can say, yeah, the Brickanista calls me Cowboy Kenobi. Okay, so here we have these green 2x2 inverse slopes too. I use these a lot on pirate ships, these inverse slopes in brown. So it's nice to see them in green. You have more nicknames than Joel? I don't know. I shared with you one of my nicknames from last night's stream. Do you remember what that is? Here's a quiz. What was the Brickanista called when she worked at Cisco Systems? When she was managing 33 different engineers. So, does anybody remember? I will give you a hint later. I'll give you some time to think about it. Debo Bricks, you need a building in your city that is like the Spirit Halloween building. It can be whatever you want when you need it. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so anyway, so here's this set, which is nice. So we've put out more of this green, and then it looks like we're putting in a layer of these 1x2 with the vertical clip, I think. Or is that a hinge plate? I think it's a hinge, actually. Right? Debo, is this a hinge or is it supposed to be a clip? I think it's this click hinge. See how easily you forget? People don't remember. Okay, here's another question. What is the strangest gift I ever received from an employee? That one you should remember. That one is kind of hard to forget. At least it is for me. Okay, why am I not finding that 1x2? See, there's the click hinge, but nobody remembers? Oh, you're disappointing me, people. I will give you a few more minutes to think about it. Okay, so those are those little click hinge sections. Okay, and we also have another 2x4, which is going to go here. Yeah, I think the other really cool thing about doing 3-in-1s like this is you get to learn a lot about sculpting. Joel Marbella, I have that, but Tony Stark took over the penthouse. There's now a Ferrari museum on the ground floor. You have an interesting city, Debo. Definitely interesting. Okay, so now with this little 2x4 section, that indentation, there's going to be a 2x2 brick. And it looks like they want dark green. It looks like we have a dark green 1x2 that's going to cover up these inverse slopes. Tony Stark, the needy. Okay. So, all right. And some more interesting pieces, these 1x2 slopes. These 1x2 slopes look like they're going to go here. And where's the other one? There it is. Okay. So you can see what's happening is that I'm going to turn it to its side. So it's building this little step here and here. And then this, hopefully if I did this correctly, this should fit right in here. And there you go. Boom. So now we have this nice little curve. He even needs to be loved 3000. What? Are you talking about the dinosaur? Or are you talking about Tony Stark? Okay. So you guys don't remember the story of my other nickname. Nobody's saying anything, so I'm assuming you forgot. Okay, we're going to put this aside. We're going to do another sub-build here. These are the claws. And it looks like we have, this is interesting, is this piece. This 1x2 with the bar in dark green. Really, really love that. He's leasing, so he's paying through the nose. Okay. Now here's another one, the Mixel 1x2 with the Mixel joint at the end. So we're putting these like this. So it ends up with the bar here on this side and then the Mixel joint on this side. And it looks like we're putting a 1x2. Where is it? Yeah, you notice I didn't really do much knolling here. So Maybe I may not be finding pieces as fast. And I think I have to do 2 of these, so I'm going to go ahead. I found this, so I'm going to go ahead and do this part while I have it. The BBTV Pirate Queen. BBTV. Okay, what am I missing here? BBTV. What is BBTV? What am I missing? Okay, so I think here's the piece I'm looking for. It's a 1x2 with a clip. So this is going to attach to the bar. And we have another one, so we're making 2 of these with the clip. Okay. And then we have these vertical 1x1 vertical clips. And they're going to go sideways like that. Oh, Bricks by the Bay. Oh, yeah. Am I called the Pirate Queen there, really? I brought the Spice Pirate ship. That was not my nickname. No, this was my nickname. But hey, I'll take that. I'd be happy to take that. No, the nickname I had at Cisco Systems when I was a manager there was Xena Warrior Princess. I even had a cardboard cutout of Xena in front of my door. But that was my nickname, was Xena Warrior Princess, because I was the only woman manager with the set of 30 engineers reporting to me at the time. And the story I was looking for that I'm surprised you forgot is that one of my engineers was a deer hunter, and he brought into work a cooler, and the cooler had a skinned deer leg in it. And he said, I know how much you like to cook, so I brought you this deer leg from my hunting trip. So can you imagine walking into work and you get to your door at your office and there's this cooler and you open the cooler lid and then there's this deer leg in there? Yeah, that was definitely something I will never forget. But the guy's name was Jeff, and he was a sweetheart. It was a very nice gesture, but definitely not something I would ever have expected. Okay, so now we're using these really tiny black teeth for the claws, which is kind of funny. So nobody remembers that story. So I thought it was an interesting story, which is why I repeated it. And I tell people nobody can beat that gift, because I always say I got this gift from an employee, and I have never received anything stranger than that. It was the strangest, but also a very thoughtful gift. So and I did make that. I think I made deer meatballs with it. I think I chopped it up when I got home. There used to be a cookbook I had of a Minnesota lodge that had deer meat recipes in it. Nothing says camaraderie like venison haunch. Exactly. Deer legs are dope, yo. Yes, they are. Okay, so you see the 2 claws that we have there that we've built. And these, let me make sure I have everything. Yeah, that's all done. All right, so now remember this body torso piece that we had. So this is going to connect to these mixel joints on the side. Just make sure I do this right. Now, it looks like I'm missing a piece. No, I'm not. Okay. All right. Satisfying snap there. So you can see we got this articulation that's starting. Did I cook the leg and was it delicious? Doc Sampson, how are you? I did cook it. I did. This was before I became a vegan, but yeah, I was eating deer meat. I've only been a vegan for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in September. But yeah, I used to eat deer meat. I had been introduced to deer salami at one point. Deer salami. Yeah. So this is interesting. These little claw things. Yeah. Yeah, no, venison can be good. I think that Part of the reason why I became a vegan is because I'm the only person in my family who doesn't have to take heart blood pressure medicine because of my diet. So far, so good. And if you read the story about Kevin Smith, we were talking the other day about Jay Muse because he showed up to a Sort Lug call. That Kevin Smith, his friend, and also the person he starred with in those Jay and Silent Bob movies, he talks about how he had almost died because he had this heart blockage. And he was rushed to the hospital, and it was all because a makeup woman noticed that his neck had been cold. So they rushed him to the hospital, and it turns out that he had what's called the widowmaker, which is a blockage of your heart. Yeah, Bambi gets run over and becomes roadkill a few times a year along a road near you. Does that count as venison? I don't know. Did you cook it? Joel, did you cook that venison? I will say that if you watch an episode, I'm trying to remember which episode it was, but on occasion, here's another little piece of trivia about me. I had watched the Duck Dynasty show at one point. So I was watching Duck Dynasty, and Uncle Si and Jason, I think, went out looking for roadkill. So Kevin Smith lost a ton of weight, yes. So after that incident, he became a vegan, and he lost a lot of weight, and he has never looked back. So there's a lot of people who have looked at this new lifestyle change for health reasons. Now, there have been times where I've been like, I've missed sushi, for example. I used to go for sushi a lot. But, in the end, after about the first, month or so, I've been fine. I haven't had a craving for meat. So anyway, so there is this little tail section that we're working on. You could tell stories about roadkill. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that you'd want to do that on a date, though. You want to go roadkill hunting. But anyway, in this Duck Dynasty episode, there was they went, looking for roadkill, and apparently they were talking about different ways you can tell if roadkill is fresh. Because if you get the wrong roadkill and it's been sitting too long, then you can make yourself really sick. So you got to be careful. And you don't think you can go vegan? It's not for everybody. I will say that. Veganism is not for everybody. And I don't do it, because people sometimes think that if you're a vegan that you're, what's the word I'm looking for? Pretentious, right? And that you're going to try to convince everybody to be a vegan. It's like, no, I do this because if I don't have to take high blood pressure medicine like my other relatives do, because my understanding with high blood pressure medicine is once you start, you're not supposed to stop. It's like you have to take it every day. And I just don't want to have to do that. And so far, I've been very blessed that I don't have to do that. I don't know, though. I have to say that since being in lockdown, I'm not as healthy as I used to be. I went for a nice walk today because it was beautiful. But I can tell that I'm not in my peak form. I am definitely winded, and I need to do more exercise somehow. Okay, so what we're doing, as you can see, we're building this up, and then we're going to put a slope. So we're making like this little tail piece here. Blair was talking about vegan ice cream. Yeah, vegan ice cream's good. You're from Michigan. You see deer daily. Actually, I think if I remember right, isn't Michigan also known for cherries too? I think you have like a special type of cherry, just like Washington has Bing cherries. I think you have another kind of cherry. In one of the tricky bricks, Kara asked why. Oh, why vegan ice cream? Because it's good. It's good for you too. Yeah, no, if you read about Kevin Smith and what happened to him, it was a big wake-up call for him. I have another friend I had two other friends actually, men, who have had the Widowmaker and were saved. One of them is, well, they're not vegan, but they have changed their diet tremendously. Both of them have lost a lot of weight. So you can see this one's a little one. And then we put that same, so there's a lot of these slopes that are in this kit. So this will give a lot of curves. Yeah. Yeah, vegan ice cream is actually pretty good. There's a line of products called So Delicious. It used to be Soy Delicious, but then they dropped the Y, and then apparently they sold more. So you can see that this curve piece gives you, and then this one gives you more articulation. You can do that because of the mixel joint. This one is just a standard clip, so you can only kind of move it up and down. You have many varieties of cherry up by Traverse City. Yeah. Somebody had mentioned to me that cherry pies from Michigan, or getting cherries from Michigan, make for better pies. I haven't done a lot of baking in a while, but yeah. You emailed me a pic of Cowboy Kenobi? Are you kidding me? Okay. I think do we need to share this with everybody? Do you mind if I look it up and see if we can share it with everybody? Do you want it to be shared? Or is this just for my eyes only? Because I respect that. If you just sent it to me as like a little gift, I will not share it with other people. Okay, so here we go. So here's the mixel joint, and this goes here. Let me zoom out a little bit. So there we go. So this has really good articulation in several places, which is nice. I'm enjoying this. This is really nice. Sure, I can share it. Okay. Do people want to see Cowboy Kenobi? Because if you do, I can take a break and from the building. Michigan has better cherries than Washington. They're different cherries. They're sour cherries. Bing cherries are the big fat cherries that are sweet. The ones in Michigan are the sour cherries that you put into pies. That's my understanding. So I wouldn't necessarily say they're better. I think they're just different. So they're both good, but they're just different kinds of cherries. Okay, let me see if I can pull up this Cowboy Cornado photo. Or Cowboy Kenobi. That was quick. You must have a pretty good sig fig collection to do that. Let's see what we got here. Cowboy Kenobi. Oh, this is great. Okay, I definitely have to share this. All right, let me see. I think I just leave it in this mailer. I think people will enjoy seeing this. All right, let me add a window here. Let's see. Since I'm not in Zoom is so easy. You just say share screen. But what I have to do is I have to change my window capture. So let me add window properties. Let's see. I think I could do it this way. If not, I have to download the file and then share it that way. Chrome. Yep, there it is. Okay. Do you see it? Oh, not yet. Let me go to share my screen. Okay, here we go. Oh, actually, you probably could see it. I think I need to keep Cowboy Kenobi up while I'm building. Brickanista is vegan. I don't want to start a cherry beef. Am I using Streamlabs? Yes, I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and this is the name of that transition filter is called Luxury by VBI. And then what I had to do is take a window capture and point it to my mailer that had the Cowboy Kenobi Sig fig on it. That is awesome. So yeah, I've been using Streamlabs for streaming on Twitch and YouTube, but I also, when I have multiple guests, so when I had been doing the things with um, tutorial builds, I use Zoom. That's awesome. Old school yellow Star Wars minifigs. Yes. And look at the cape. You see that cape? Do you need me to make it bigger, or can we leave it that size and we'll just keep him up the whole time? But I love the white hat. See, the white or the beige hat is perfect. So that is an awesome. So that's your new sig fig, right? Actually, that's a pretty expensive sig fig though, with the Kenobi. It's dope, yo. Yes. Yes, I think you need to post that on Instagram for people to see. Cowboy Kenobi. It's your alter ego. Okay, so now we are going to build. Let me zoom in a little bit on this because this is a small sub build that we're doing here. Yeah, the hat really makes it. The hat is great. And I could hear, with the southern drawl, it'd be like, these are not the droids you're looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for. You need to go elsewhere. That's awesome. Okay, so now it says they want to put this wedge plate here. Now, Brickman Mosaic is kind of quiet, so I'm assuming he's building along with us because he said he got the kit. So he says, I think he said he was building. Okay, now I definitely have this the wrong way. This needs to go here, like that. Okay. It's an LBG hat. Just bad lighting. Okay, LBG. What is LBG? I'm not sure what LBG is. I could see my acronym knowledge is weak. The force of acronyms is not strong with this one. So, okay, and then that same piece that we were talking about earlier comes into play here. So we're making kind of like this curve. All right, let's see. Then we're going to finish it with a similar configuration of plates on top. So we're just kind of mirroring the bottom. So you can see that this is just the same on the top and the bottom. Interesting. So that curve, light bluish gray. Oh, okay. It looks amazing though, Cornado. You did a great job. That is dope, yo. That's super dope. Okay, what am I missing here? Oh, this is the extender you were talking about, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's this one. There's this little nub here. I'll just make sure I've got the right piece. It's hard to tell from the photo because the photo shows this direction, but it doesn't show what's on the other side. But I don't think there's any other piece like that. I think this is it. Okay, so we are going to put this. It looks like this is going to go here. Oh, this is what you mean by an extender. I see. So that is a ball. So there's the ball. And then it goes into here. And then it's an extender to make it a little longer. Okay. Now I get what you were saying, Debo. See, this is why it's also good to watch other streamers when they're streaming the same set. Because then you can see what they're coming across. Okay, so now that we have this with that extender piece, now this, and let me zoom out a little bit. And this is going to connect here to this. Yeah, so you were asking if I was using Streamlabs OBS. I am. And then my top camera is an old Android phone. So I'm using something called Droid Cam. That's it. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. So yeah, apparently there's another one we're going to need for the other side too. So this one. So this little extender. Okay, so I'll zoom in again because we're going to do the other side this time. I'm guessing it's going to be the same kind of thing where it starts off with this Palisades brick. Yeah, so this is, like I said, it's good to do buildings like this because then you learn about these building techniques and how these designers put this together. See, this is great. It's like Cowboy Kenobi is looking after me and supervising while I'm building. This is awesome. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So this should look familiar because it's the same thing that we did before, except a mirror image. You do all of this all around. And then we add that extender, which I had my hands on just a moment ago. There it is. And the extender goes there. Okay, so let's zoom out. And as you can see, and I think Debo even said this on his stream, that it looks like a splayed lizard at this point. Like this. The exterior piece was up until now found exclusively in Ninjago mech and dragon sets. Really? Okay, that extender piece that you're talking about. Okay, interesting. Yeah. All right, so it looks like we have done all the way up to page 23, and we are at step 23. All right, so now we're going to make some claws. So I'm going to zoom in again, because we're going to have to do a 2x3. There we go. Let's set this aside. Out of frame a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I love this next piece. I have started really appreciating the versatility of this piece. This is the 1x1 with the two, I call it a scroll piece, but I know it's that's not probably the correct term, but it's got the two connectors on either side, which is awesome. So this is going to go on here. And then we have another one that's going to go on the other side too. Yeah. I have some of these in white. I don't have them in black. So I'm sure you're going to see this appear again when I do this. It's a lizard that got stuck on the windshield of your car while driving 90 miles per hour on the 5. So Joel, I'm guessing, do you live in, I thought you lived in the Bay Area. Because I guess Highway 5 does go through California too. Because Highway 5 is like the major thoroughfare in the Seattle area. So that's why when you said that, I just couldn't help but laugh. Okay, so now we're going to put this piece in. And this one is interesting because it has the axle holes here. And we're going to use the axle, this little red axle here. The first Rebrick is going weird. You're taking it. Oh, okay. So Debo is rebricking while we're chatting, it sounds like. Okay, so it looks like we have this interesting ball piece. Because to me, it looks like a voodoo ball that's been cut in half, or cut the top of the ball. Because a voodoo ball has a very similar texture. So this is going to go inside. And then you push in the Technic or the what do you call it? The axle through it. Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that ball piece before. Okay. All right, so now this connects here like this. Yeah, that ball piece is for friction. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen, oops. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. Those ball joints remind me that I haven't built a mech in a fortnight or two. Okay, here's another challenge. Cowboy Kenobi as a mech. See if you can do that. You love the friction on that ball? Yeah. Yeah, it looks really interesting. So here's a curved piece, curved slope to finish it off. And then we have a couple, oh, okay, interesting. So remember when I was talking about how you have two connection points on either side here? So it looks like on the back side they want to put some cheese wedges. I'm just trying to make sure I'm putting these right, like that. So a cheese wedge on each side. So there we go. Can't say no to that. Oh, you're going to take me up on the challenge. Well, you're the one who said you hadn't done one in a while. So there you go. You got Cowboy Cornado or Cowboy Kenobi as a mech. Make it so. Now I'm crossing the streams, right? With Star Wars references and Star Trek references. Okay, let me get this. I've got pieces underneath. Sorry, my hand is in the way. I've got pieces that were under there. Okay. Okay, so now it sounds like we have this other piece. It looks like this is an interesting piece. It's got the handlebars connected to the axle. All right. And I'm guessing it connects to the handlebars like this. And then this moves up like that, at least based on the photo. Okay. And remember those two connection points that we were talking about, that interesting scroll piece? Building a mech right now? Or I was until I realized it's a robot, you think. Okay, so now we have these big black teeth that are going to go in as claws. So Cowboy Cornado is going to be not only a sig fig, or I'm sorry, Cowboy Kenobi, but now it's also going to be a mech. And which means you need to have like a big lightsaber mechanism in there somewhere. Which, by the way, you need to get one of those translucent blue rods to add to your sig fig. Okay, so there we go. That's one of the claws. And it looks like we're going to be doing this twice. Oh, I guess I built that Dynamech a bit ago. Okay, so we're going to do a second one of these. Yeah, because you need to have, you need it to be symmetrical. I think, was it you, Doc, who was upset when I had a quarter round that was facing the wrong way? You're like starting to hyperventilate. It's like, I can't handle it anymore. I think both you and Cornado were not happy with that. It's like, you gotta fix that, Brickanista. Yeah, that was funny. Okay, here we go. So we're doing this again, just to remind everybody. Yeah, I think this whole thing with this axle mechanism is something that I don't think I've ever done until now. So this is a new technique for me. And like I said, this voodoo ball axle thing. I don't know what else to call it. I don't know what the official name for that is, but it's like a voodoo ball with 2 axle holes. All right, so now we have that. And this goes here. Yeah, I think it's interesting how there's Star Wars and Star Trek fans, and that some people get really upset if you make the wrong references, but it's kind of like it's all science fiction, so can't people be fans of both? It's almost as if, if you're a Star Wars fan, you can't be a Star Trek fan, which that doesn't make any sense to me. Can't you be both? Trekkies and Star Wars people. You'd think the official name's a friction ball or something with both those words. Okay. Possibly. Possibly, Joel. Okay, so now this is where that funky handlebar piece, where did that go? Should have another one in here somewhere. There it is. And then we put on, so lots of teeth. I think the other thing that could be cool for a rebuild of this is something with like these big, big teeth that are in this kit. Right now they're being used as claws, but of course, big black teeth could be fun. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have the 2 claws now. Okay, so I'm a little slower than Debo because I think he did the first one in an hour. It's now been an hour and, 15 minutes? But I did have some early chat, so let's see. It looks like this is going to go like this. Aha, I see what they're doing. Interesting. Let me zoom out. So that claw piece ends up on this end, and then we're going to put one on this end over here, right there. And then this allows the dinosaur to, you can see it's starting to form now. It has no head at the moment. But we were talking about how this thing can be kind of a little top heavy. And there we go. That's before the head. So we'll see what happens when we put the head on. Okay. Yep. Now we get to work on the head. So let me move that out of the way. And we can zoom in again. And we start with the lone 1x2 plate. And remember I talked earlier about these corner, I think I might have put this on wrong. I think it's supposed to be like that. Yeah. We did take a segue though to look at Cowboy Kenobi. So there we go. And I guess these are the translucent orange studs that go on top. This is a nice little set. I will say that I'm looking forward to rebricking this, seeing what people come up with. Yeah, so something we need to chat about, Devo, is that I guess similar to what Flynn and Richard do, that maybe we should post ours last, or should we post it first? So that it's, well, I guess if we post it first, we better do it soon. Okay. Let's see. Okay, and then we have another 1x2 in this dark red. So this does not look like a head at all at the moment. It's far from it. All right, this next piece looks interesting. This 1x2 with this Technic pen section here. No rush to post. Okay, good. All right, so I can't remember if it was you, Doc Sampson, who said you need to put a Technic pen in there. So here you go. The Technic pen's going in. I think this might be for one of the eyeballs. Yeah, I think so. So this, and then the eyeball is this. You see these on a lot of trucks. Oops. This little nub, and I use this for my my bits droid, and I got I got harassed because it said that wasn't in the kit. That's when I was saying that it was left over on my table, and that's why it got in there by mistake. So my bad. But I think bits looks better with that. Yeah, so I might end up with a robot too. Who knows? Okay, so here we go. Technic pin, and there we go. And there. So you can see that the eyeballs are starting to come together. Okay, and what's next? We have a 1x2 mixel joint on the back. So this is going to be where it attaches to the body, right here. You still have your Mando and child brickheads rebricked. The steamship is intact. Yeah, see, my mustache Sally and Bits is never going to be dismantled because I like those characters so much. Well, I mean, I did the opposite, Joel, is I did the full set, just like I'm doing now, is that I did the full set and then I rebricked it after that. So yeah, I mean, I'm conflicted because a part of me wants to bring it back to the way it was originally intended, or does that mean I need to buy another set? Right? Okay, I clearly did something wrong here. In fact, I did this definitely wrong. I did this on the wrong side. This needs to go this way. So let me just make sure I've got this. Yeah. Okay. It's a good thing I caught myself. Yeah. Okay. And I put those down. I need to put that down. Yep, that's there. You put Grogu back together and pieced out the rest to the stash. I like Grogu. I don't know if you remember, I had posted on Instagram that I took apart the Mandalorian and left Grogu intact, and I said Thanos had come by, and poor Grogu was looking over the remains. Yeah, I felt really sad for Grogu. But then I had to tear him apart. So, yeah, Grogu is a great character. That's definitely something. Okay, so here's a question. What do you think about this whole controversy with Gina Carano? Apparently, some people are really upset about some things she said, and then Disney fired her, and so her character won't be coming back on The Mandalorian. I don't know all the details. I just kind of know some of it. Okay, this is a cool piece. This little curved piece. I think I've only seen this on cars. You think that you build the brickhead first, my brain would be stuck in the shape. Yeah, I guess that's true. And I wouldn't have a ship. But poor Grogu will be slaughtered by Kylo Ren. You don't know that. Is that anywhere in the comics or something? You really don't like brickheads. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of brickheads either. I'm with you there, Cornito. I don't know, they just kind of creep me out. I have a few. I have the Wonder Woman. I've got the Frankenstein brickhead. But yeah, I'm kind of with you there. They are kind of creepy. And I think that's part of the reason why I didn't participate in the brickhead challenge. I didn't submit anything for that one. I've been pretty good. I try to submit something every week. So you notice now we're putting on these slopes, these curved slopes for the head. So there we go. You see how the head's coming together? That shaping. Now the most important thing is coming next, which is the teeth. We need teeth on this thing. All right, so it looks like we have, make sure I'm putting this on right. Okay, so it says to put a 1x2 on this. And then it looks like this is going to go here. I think. Your lucky cat, Brickhead, is mega cute. Yeah, you do have some really good sculpting skills. All right, so let's see what's next. Now it looks like we are going to do a round. Okay, so it said to do it upside down. So we're going to build it upside down. All right, so this is where I think these come into play, these snot bricks. Actually, I take that back. I'm supposed to build a sub-build first. Okay, so we're going to build the sub-build. And then put on, you can see that it's coming together. And then it says to turn it, and a 1x2 in black. Or this, I guess, dark green. And a 1x1 with the clip, this horizontal clip. You did the unlucky version, and you liked that one too. I think Cowboy Kenobi, you slightly went to the dark side on that one. Uh-oh, but Kara was supposed to lead a Rangers of the Rebellion show, yeah. But they're replacing her with Hera Syndulla. Who is Hera Syndulla from Star Wars Rebels, which I think is awesome. Okay. Don't know who that is. I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, so I'm assuming now we're going to build the other side. So you can kind of see how the jaw is coming together. Let's see if I can turn this for the camera so you can see it. So you see how the teeth are starting to form here, which is cool. Those pandas are cute too? Yes. You know I love pandas, so I built those brickhead pandas, I think, first. When they came out for the New Year's Eve celebrations, or the Chinese New Year's celebrations. Yeah. You may have built that one too, the pandas. How can you not like pandas? Pandas are awesome. As you know, I love pandas. So I'm a bit biased. I did go to China. I had to give a speech in China. And they took me to the panda facility in Chengdu, China. And that was amazing. Seeing all those pandas, all those happy pandas together. Yeah. Oops, I'm out of frame. Sorry about that. Okay, so now turn this guy over, and this is going to go on this side. Yeah. So you can see all the teeth. As far as, well, you know, National Panda Day, and Debo, you were born on National Panda Day, so I think you are going to have to build that. I don't think you have an option. I think it's going to be mandatory for you. Now, here's something interesting. Those horizontal clips that were put in here, there's a bar that goes here. So that is going to be clearly for a hinge for the mouth to move up and down this jaw. Yeah, I think that would also be a good Thrifty Thursday, I think, because I think you get 3 brick heads for, I think, $19.99, something like that. You know, because usually 1 brick head is what? Well, the Mandalorian was 2 brick heads for $19.99. So yeah, you can usually get a brick head for $10. That's usually standard pricing. So you get 3 brick heads, plus the foliage and other things. So that would count for a Thrifty Thursday. Okay, so we are now building the lower jaw. And we're building this out with a bunch of these 1x2 snot bricks. Yeah, I think celebrities don't realize what role models they are. And when they start mouthing off their opinions of, you know, I think in her case, I think she was spouting off some conspiracy theories or some other things. When people start getting too political, it's just dangerous. I mean, look at what happened to Roseanne Barr. You know, when she got all political and then she got fired. I mean, all of these people who are on the show, like John Goodman and what's her name? The one who plays the sister, who plays Jackie. I mean, they all, you know, are trying to make a living, and then, you know, Roseanne ends up spouting some vitriol. So they fired her. But they kept the show. They just renamed it to The Connors, which I thought was brilliant. Okay, so this is interesting. So here's a row of teeth for the lower jaw, and now we're going to finish the sides with these curves. So we have this curved piece and then a plate, like that. And then we have another curved piece and a plate. So yeah, we use just about every piece in this kit for the T-Rex. Brick-built animals are the bee's knees. Okay, I need to ask, what are bee's knees? I've heard that phrase, but I don't think there is such a thing. Okay, so here's that bar again that we have here. Laurie Metcalf. Yes, Laurie Metcalf. I love her. I don't know if you saw her in that, what was that movie with Saoirse Ronan? It's not Juno. I know that one was the other one. It was like the coming-of-age story. Okay, so what's going on here? Oops, my bad. This does not go here. This goes here. So remember that bar we talked about earlier? So this clips right into that bar. And... Yeah, this is when I'm having a mood. It's like, I might have to have that as like an icon. She made a dramatic, ignorant comparison, basically, which is a funny consideration how everyone says every small thing is epic, and they are obsessed with things that they just kind of like. Lady Bird, yes. She was amazing in Lady Bird. I really wanted her to win Best Supporting Actress, but you saw where that went, so unfortunately. Yeah, Laurie Metcalf is an amazing actress. I think she won an Emmy for her role on Roseanne, too. So we've got these hinge clips that are here. And then another ball joint. And looks like this. We're getting close because I'm running out of pieces. It's like not many pieces left here. Let's see. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this curved piece and then a 1x2. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so this is supposed to go on the back here. So remember we had that ball joint? I thought this was going to attach to the body, but it attaches to another neck piece, it looks like. I think this is a neck piece, maybe? We'll have to see. She was the dog on King of the Hill. Yes, she was. See, now that's a southern accent you can work on too. Ladybird. Okay, so now let me zoom out a little bit. Oops, too much. Okay, so this is going to attach here. Okay, this one's a little squirrely. I think if we do it that way, there we go. So this has a ratchet, and here, since we have the top view of the camera, you can see that opens up pretty wide. That's pretty wide mouth opening there. The roll of a lifetime. Unlimited propane. For the ladybird, you mean? Okay, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. You guys really make me laugh. That's great. All right, so now we have these little tiny arms, which are on little tiny mixel joints. So there is some articulation, but you can't move them too far up. You have to, because there's a point where if you move it too, here you'll see what I'm talking about. When I move it too far forward, it snaps off. So you have to kind of maneuver it down and over like that if you want it close to the body. Yeah. So depends on how you want it to look, but if you want it to grab something, then that's the ideal positioning. like right now I have it set so it's kind of like doing the yes indeed that kind of motion. Okay, so I'm going to turn it sideways a little bit so you can see it. Very cool model. That's the T-Rex. And as you can see, it is a little top heavy, so you have to adjust it so it'll balance. And there we go. Okay, dope, yo. All that for $11.99 right now at Target. You could get it for $14.99 compared to, gee, you can make a box like this. I mean, look at this comparison size-wise, too. I mean, this is, here, I'll turn it sideways. You can see how much bigger the T-Rex is. Yeah. So, this is Thrifty Thursday. Really good set. And accessories, too. As far as the, why does T-Rex have tiny arms? Uh-oh, is this a joke? Like I said, I have it doing the, like, Mr. Smithers kind of, like, Max Braun! How are you, Max? We just finished building the T-Rex. So, from the Mighty Dinosaurs set. How are you? I saw your dad had commented on the YouTube page. I need to reply back to him. That was really sweet that your dad, his dad, for those of you who didn't get a chance to see the interview, Max Braun is the father of Micropolis, the Micropolis Standard. So I interviewed him last Thursday or Sunday at 1 o'clock. And so his dad commented about how, yes, he's a fine young man, but I am a bit biased. Propane and propane accessories. And if you're wondering, we were talking last night about, actually, you might have left by that time. We were talking about nicknames that are Star Wars nicknames. So my nickname is C3. It's Dope Yo. I mean, Cowboy Cornado is now Cowboy Kenobi. So he made his sig fig of the Cowboy Kenobi. So he's supervising right now and making sure everything is good. You're doing well? Good. And you're waiting for your resident witty jokesters, Debo Bricks and Cowboy Cornado, to come up with an answer to the tiny arms question. Oh, okay. I'm not sure. Why does the T-Rex have tiny arms? It should be the video he should the video off to his friends. Oh, you mean your dad did that? It's like this random woman on the internet interviewed my son. Anyway, so here's, once again, I'm going to show you the jaw on this thing is pretty big. I mean, in fact, that probably could fit. The poor pirate could probably fit into this jaw. So you can see, yeah, that's one vicious T-Rex. You used to know that one? That's right, you're Max Solo. That's right, you were there for that conversation. So we have Max Solo, who has just arrived. Brickman Mosaic's been really quiet. I thought he was building along with me. I was going to ask him if he's done. All right, so we finished the T-Rex, and we also did this little side of dinosaur bones that were also included. You text too fast and you don't review before you send. Okay. Yeah. So that was good. So we did the first build. And you can see here the list of parts. There's 174 parts, and this is all that I had left from the first build. So you get an extra tooth, you have an extra bar, you have the extra eyeball, and then some a translucent piece, a couple of a cheese wedge, but this is what you would expect when you have leftovers. So, okay, so we've done the first one, and I'm a bit of a slower builder than Debo. I think Debo did the first one in like 50 minutes, and now we're tracking at an hour and 40 minutes. I don't know if that's because I talk more or if I'm just slow. I may just be a slow builder. Okay, so anyway, we've done that one. The Beatbox is the new Doctor Who police box. As far as it's smaller on the outside and bigger on the inside. Okay, so the next one is this T-Rex, or not T-Rex, the Triceratops. All right, so I think we're going to have to unbrick this. And I seem to remember, Debo, when you were dismantling it, it didn't take too long to dismantle. It seemed like the pieces came off pretty easily. So I think you can see I'm just going to... And I can actually do some knolling. We'll do a little bit of knolling here. And I have a brick separator handy, because some of this is not going to come off as easily. Oh, Matthew Builds Bricks is here. Math Yoda is here. Math Yoda has arrived. So, how you doing, Matthew? You doing well? We just finished the T-Rex. So I'm dismantling it now, and we're going to be building the Triceratops next. So, yeah. And I was just mentioning that I'm a slower builder than Debo, because Debo was able to do the first one in 50 minutes. But we also do a lot of yakking on the Brickanista Build and Yak. So, and the minifig that's above me, that is the new Cowboy Kenobi. So that is the sig fig for Cowboy Kenobi now. Fun, yes. Yeah, so we are just being goofy, as usual, on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. We never take things seriously here. It's very, very casual. Casual and fun. You need to turn in. Okay. Good night, Joel. Great chatting with you, and see you. I'm going to be at a board meeting tomorrow. I will be missing both Friday and Sunday. I sent a note to Tricky Bricks so they know. I did send a mosaic, the one I did for the 14 days of Simpsons challenge. Okay, this is a problem. This is pretty wedged in there. So, yeah. What about the T-Rex arms? Oh yeah, before you go, Joel, you got to tell us what the T-Rex arms joke is. See, Kenobi knows. He doesn't. He's not going to let you go until we know the answer. So why are the T-Rex? I think he was hoping you guys were going to come up with something witty. I think that's what it was. I don't think he actually had an answer. I think that was the answer. Is that he didn't know. He was hoping you two would come up with something clever and witty and cool. I think. Yes, the arms. They need a punchline, Joel Marbella. Yeah. You can't leave us hanging and then just leave. Well, I think he has left. So you'll have to harass him tomorrow on the Tricky Brick Show. Yeah, for me, duty calls because I'm an elected official of this nonprofit organization. So, as such, I'm called to duty tomorrow for 3 days. Normally, it would have been an on-site meeting in Denver, but since we are all around the world, I mean, I'm part of an international board, so there's several of us from different countries, and we are all going to be doing this remote. And I get to start at 7 a.m. Lucky me. At least it's not 6 a.m. I had to go to a couple meetings at 6 a.m. last week, and it was just, painful. I tell people this too. I said, look, if you want me at your meeting and you want me to be bright and chipper, don't schedule them at 6 in the freaking morning. I am not awake at that time. I may be physically on the call, but I won't be. Oh, did we get a punchline? I'm just checking. Tell us. I don't think he had one. I think he was hoping that the two of you, Cornado and Debo, were going to have a punchline. I think that was the deal. And usually Shane, you, and the two of you are usually pretty good with coming up with something. And honestly, last night, man, you two were on fire with the Brickanista Cantina and, you know, R2 Debo, the naming of the characters. I was very impressed. Oh boy. I think this is the thing, is that if you are going to do a lot of rebricking, you probably don't want to put these down too tightly because it is harder to remove. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on that one. That one is not rebricking that easily. Or maybe you have much better finger strength than I do, Debo, because you seem to do things much quicker than I do. I just provide, interesting commentary. And I will say, for you to stream for 9 hours doing the Ninjago City Gardens, that must have been just, I wouldn't be able to do it. I maybe could do it. I mean, I've seen people do 24-hour streams, but I would have to do it on a 24-hour stream with somebody else. So then that way they can keep the stream going. So somebody who's like an early morning person, or somebody from Europe or from Australia. So then that way, I could take a break and they could continue. No baggage. Why does a T-Rex have small arms? He doesn't. I made him robot arms. What? Okay. All right. Debo says he's got one. No baggage? Oh, I see. That's why he has small arms, because he has no baggage. Okay. Yeah. That could work, I guess. All right. Yeah, this is definitely, this one's not cooperating with me. Let's see if I do it from the reverse side. See if this will help. I'm sure there's a joke out there about the T-Rex having short arms. Somebody must have done something like that. All right. I will say that I am really looking forward to rebricking this because there are just some really cool parts in this set. Definitely worthwhile investment. Oh, it's BB0990. How are you? I think this is the first time you've joined us on YouTube because you're one of my followers on Twitch. So welcome. In fact, now that you're here, right above my head is Cowboy Kenobi. He did a sig fig. So there is a punchline out there. You just have to connect it to the clutch. I see. Okay. We're trying to figure out a punchline for why does a T-Rex have small arms? So nobody yet has come up with a punchline for that. But yeah, we were talking earlier about how we all have these Star Wars names now, and then now that Cornado has made his Cowboy Kenobi, we gave him the challenge of doing a mech because he talked about, I haven't done a mech in a while. It's like, well, there you go. Now you have a challenge. So he's working on that. I don't know if he's working on it right now or if he's just thinking about it. So now I'm going to work on the Triceratops. I'm dismantling the T-Rex so we can build the other one. This is your first YouTube stream? First one? Congratulations! Welcome to the life of YouTube. And for those of you who do not know BB0990, also known as Technician 0990, this person has never, and I will repeat this, never seen a Star Wars movie. That's right, never. So, you know what's going to happen, Technician 0990. You're going to have to now rent or stream these movies so you know what we're referring to as far as the references. And so far we've given everybody names who are people from the light side, not from the dark side. I don't think. Did we give... I know we were talking about giving Hooded one. He was going to be originally Palpatine because he wears a hood all the time. But I think we changed it. Your first YouTube stream. Wow. That's cool. Or as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, that's dope, yo. That is dope. That is cool, though. I will have to say that that's a milestone. That I actually convinced somebody to watch my stream who normally watches on Twitch. So thank you. I appreciate that. Exposed. Well, you kind of exposed yourself. I mean, you know you're being recorded, right? So it's not like I'm outing you with, you kind of told us already. So I think that, and that's not something to be embarrassed about. If nothing else, it's kind of like, wow, we can educate him on this whole saga. I mean, I'm still surprised because there are, 11 movies, I think? There's the original trilogy, and then they went to the origin story, and then they went to the story after the original trilogy, and then they have, what was the most recent ones, The Last Jedi, and some of those. What would you consider those? They're just more movies of the same genre? I don't know. But yeah, I think, if you've never seen a Star Wars movie, you have to start with the original Star Wars. Star Wars is the original, and that is the one with Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Introduced us to this whole series of interesting characters. And that's why, see, you missed our earlier discussion. The Star Wars movies are garbage. No one watches them. Yeah, Max. You've never seen a Star Wars movie either, have you? No, seriously, though. When we were talking earlier about Cowboy Kenobi. There's an iconic scene. This isn't really a spoiler, because I think they have it in the trailers, is that they get stopped at this checkpoint, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, who has these mystical powers, he tells these guards, these are not the droids you're looking for. So it's in a very iconic scene. He says, these are not the droids you're looking for. And then the stormtroopers, they say, these are not the droids we're looking for. So it's like he's got mind control, right? Totally, Max. I mean, the stars don't even fight. Okay. Now see, if you're not familiar with the brick separator, this is why it has this little knob here. Because this little knob's going to push out the Technic pin, which I know most of you already know that, but in case you didn't, in case you're not into Lego and you didn't know that, that's an interesting feature of the brick separator. What? You've never seen them not wearing a Star Wars t-shirt right now? Okay, episode 4, A New Hope, featuring the trash compactor. Yeah, the trash compactor. And the other reason why you want to see this is that there are so many spoofs about Star Wars that people have done. So there's the Family Guy spoof on Star Wars, which to me is one of my favorites. So yeah, you definitely Technician 0990, and especially because we called you BB 0990. That's one of the later movies, but it's an important droid as well in the series. So yeah, you want to know what we named you. You want to know that particular droid is a droid that is, a favorable one. And that's why we talk about the light side and the dark side, because, that's all part of the saga. And they also said that Lucas was very influenced by Japanese films, which is why if you look at Cowboy Cornado and his getup, it looks very similar to what the samurai would wear. So a lot of the costumes have that kind of Asian gown kind of look to them. So yeah, definitely something that you should check out. So we'll expect a report back from you, Technician 0990. Oh, I see it on YouTube. You're just Technician 90. Oh, so here you're BB90. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. But on Twitch, you would be what, Technician 0990. Sarcasm. Okay. I was gonna say, Max, I can't believe that you've never seen Star Wars either. We still haven't figured out somebody to be Chewbacca. We haven't had a Chewbacca reference. I think we almost made Doc Samson Chewbacca because we were calling him Doc Chewdaka for a while. And then he says, no, I want to be, was it Doc Nass? It's like, okay, you can be Doc Nass. We'll allow that. Yeah, so we're doing this whole, getting that axle piece out. Now, do you think, Debo, that I'm just going to end up putting this back in again? The Hidden Fortress. Is that really where his I thought it was the Seven Samurai, too. Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. I thought he really loved those movies as well. I mean, I don't know. I'm speculating here. Uh-oh. My finger strength is. The force is weak with this one. Okay. Almost done. See, it even takes me longer to tear things apart. So what I'm thinking is I may have to skip the pterodactyl tonight because I have to go to this meeting in the morning. And I've been streaming now for almost 2 hours. So So maybe I should have you pick. Should I do the pterodactyl or should I do the Triceratops? Which one do you prefer? Because you can always watch Devo's stream to see all three of the builds done. Because we're doing this as a collaboration, so you don't need me to do all three. Chewdaka. I know! I thought Chewdaka was great, but he didn't like it. So he wanted to go with Doc Ness, right? I think he's still on here, right? He was earlier. Doc Sampson was on earlier. I thought Chewdaka was awesome. I agree. I thought that was quite clever, actually. But I was denied, so we now have to find somebody who will take the place of Chewbacca. Because Chewdaka would have been great. Seven Samurai was the basis for the Magnificent Seven. Yes. Yes, it was. Kurosawa was a genius. Amazing. I think he passed away, right? Or is he still alive? Both go quicker than the T-Rex. Okay. Well, yeah, but I mean, you were able to do the T-Rex in 50 minutes. And I was just looking at the clock. I think I did the T-Rex in like an hour and 30 minutes. But I also do, I think, more commentary. I think that's part of the problem. Because this is the Brickanista Build and Yak. You do a lot of yakking. That's my guess. But I don't know. I'm guessing that's kind of my excuse for being slower. So your vote is the Triceratops? Okay. Or do a merge of the Pterotops? Is that what you're referring to? We'll do a rebrick of the instructions. Yeah, we could. We could do a rebrick right now, too, is another option. Though I kind of want to do... I do want to do one more dinosaur, so I'm going to leave this intact because I'm pretty sure that I think if I need these parts, it won't be hard. Okay. Thanos has been here, and this thing is now dissolved. So did we agree we're going to do the Triceratops? Or would you rather see the pterodactyl? Because I don't think I'll be able to do both, because it's already 11 o'clock. And I need to be fresh for this meeting. I'm going to hydrate while people respond. Today, instead of drinking, I have instead vitamin water, the energy vitamin water, which is tropical citrus today. All right, I don't see a lot of activity in the chat. So we'll just go in order then. We'll do the Triceratops next. All right. So we're going to zoom in a little bit. Give you some nice view. I think also I didn't knoll. I wasn't sure if you had knolled when you were building, Devo. Because I didn't knoll on mine. This one might go faster because things are knolled out. So we're using those 2x2 inverse slopes. The winged Triceratops, you dig it? Yeah, we could. That could be the part of the rebrick. All right, so now it says to do this with a 2x2 and a 1x2. Oops, 1x2. All right, and plates, rounded plates. And like you said, it might go faster too because it's a smaller build than the other one. So we're doing this rounded plates. Oops. Uh-oh. Sorry. My, for some reason. Are you still there? Okay, good. I didn't hit the end stream button. My screen just like went crazy. You can kind of see it in the back because you can see what's happened here is my window capture. Cowboy Cornado is gone. What happened to Cowboy Cornado? Let's see if we can bring back Cowboy Cornado. Oh, you're gone. I think what happened is my Gmail account somehow refreshed. So let me see if I can get Cowboy Cornado back. Okay, there's Cowboy Cornado. And there you are. Okay. Can you see a picture of the finished Triceratops? Of course. And this is what it will look like. T-Rex, pharmacist. Okay. Oh my God. You're on a roll today, Don Brickles. Definitely on a roll. Okay, so we're back to this, our little sub build. Okay. All right, what's happening here? Okay. I think the problem is I have this right on top of my mouse pad, so every time I touch it, it acts up. So I'm going to move this a little bit. All right, so where are we? Okay, 1 by 2. 1 by 2 goes here. Another inverse. Yeah, I think you're right, Debo. I think it's going to go faster, too, now that I know also what pieces I need to be looking for as well. And 1 by 2 slopes. And 2 by 2, I think. Is that a 2 by 2? No, 2 1 by 2s. Yeah, I really do like streaming because it puts me in a better mood. Especially if I didn't stream tonight, thinking that, because I want to be fresh for this meeting in the morning. I'd be like, yeah, I'd be fresh for the meeting, but I'd also be not as happy because I know I laugh a lot when I'm on streaming with you all. So thank you for putting me in a better mood. I appreciate it. Oh, this is interesting. So I didn't have to take apart these axles. So remember this part that we talked about earlier? I don't know, Max, if you saw this earlier, but we had this axle piece, and then we had this voodoo ball. So I didn't have to tear this apart. Could have left this intact. So might as well do both of those. All right, where's the other one? Okay, I know it's around. There's the axle. Okay. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Voodoo ball. All right. So, mental note, if you are going to do this, you don't have to unattach those. they use them again. All right. Which means these will go in here. I don't remember you saying that, Debo, and I was watching their stream. There we go. All right. I think, yeah. Now we continue with some cheese wedges. 1 by 2s? No. A 1 by 2 plate. All right. Locks that in. Now we put the cheese wedges down. And I did that wrong, didn't I? No, actually I did do that right. That is correct. If I find the other cheese wedge. Okay, so you can see that 1x4s, bricks. Oops. What did I do? There we go. Those are not quite secured. Oops. I keep touching this keypad. Thankfully, I haven't touched the end stream button. That would suck. That would not be good. That would be not a disaster, but it would not have been a good way to end the stream. It's like, oops. Oh no. They have to secure this down because I keep popping it off. Okay. All right, we got that in. And I'm supposed to now put this big wedge in. Okay. Is this right? All right. Yep, nice little snap. And there we go. All right, so we got that. Rebrick 1 is done. Oh, you finished. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to do a little small build. With the... And 1x2s, 3 of these. Yeah, this week has actually gone pretty well. Like I said, I think because the weather has gotten better here, that being able to go see those falls, that was a big highlight for me for this week. Definitely. I haven't been looking forward to tomorrow because, like I said, this board meeting. It's an honor to be part of this board, but it's also a bit tedious sometimes. So there we go. We are building. You can see we have some wedges that are curved wedges that are going in here. This is looking like a tail piece, I think, or back portion. In fact, this is very similar to what we built earlier. We may not have had to tear apart all of it, but that's okay. We are still good. So we are building a smaller tail piece now. Mixel joints, lots of mixel joints, as you can see. Another mixel, and this attaches to here. So as you can see, this one, similar to what we did with the T-Rex, with these tail pieces. So you said rebrick number 1, so since we have a couple weeks, it sounds like you're going to be doing multiple rebricks. Wow. All right, so now it looks like we have a 1x3. I'm going to put this aside. Get this 1x3, 1x2 brick. Yeah, you're right. This definitely is going faster, which is good. Let's see. We have a 1x3. I don't remember this. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so we have that 1x3, and then we have the extender. There we go. Extender, and this goes onto the big ball joint in the back. And I have a feeling we're going to do the other one too. Yeah. Okay. Right, I imagine the next one is the other side. Yeah. All right, so once again, 1x3. This is similar, but the looks like the angle plate's going to be a little different. And like you said, I'm now going a little faster. It's probably good that I'm not on Lego Masters because I'm kind of a slower builder. There we go. And this one is going to go on the other side. That's So we got two big staunch legs. Put that aside because we have the next page. Okay. Okay, 1x4. Got one of these. Yeah, you know when they start using these that they're going to be attached to the body somehow. Alright. This one, I guess this is a portion of the tail. Ah, I get it. So remember we put those voodoo ball things here? So this piece is going to attach on that side. So you can see that the angle plate is going to be a mirror image on this side. So that's what the next section should be predicting. A staunch haunch. Say that 10 times fast. Staunch haunch. Okay, let's see. And like I said, after building the camper van, it's Joel Marbella, he left, right? That camper van was painful. So this is kind of nice and relaxing by comparison. All right, so these are the staunch haunches in the back. There we go. Okay. I'm guessing that's... All right, did I miss something? Am I supposed to attach another piece here? No, that's right. Okay. I guess these are, since this one's almost like lower to the ground, so you can see that that's kind of how the dinosaurs coming together. Yeah, now we're going to build the head. Okay. Put this aside. We've got some teeth going on. Yeah, it's weird. Is that Brickman Mosaic? I haven't heard from him. I think he dropped off. All right. So we built upside down, turn it around, and then we put those bar clips over the teeth. So these little bars right here. Yeah, no, I'm glad we're partnering on another thing, Debo, because for those of you who are wondering, why am I doing this with Debo? Is that Debo and I had done a collaboration when I was working on some of my Super Sewer Baby stories. And so I've been admiring his Galactus, and we were brainstorming about how can we work together. And so we came up with a storyline for Super Sewer Baby and Galactus. And it was a lot of fun. So I'm glad we did that. But we haven't had a chance to collaborate again until now. So this has been good. So yeah, so Debo and I go way back. That's but about I'm gonna say 5 months, 6 months ago. It's been a while. Stubby the Triceratops. Is that what you've named yours? Stubby? That would be a cute name for a Triceratops. Alright, so we've got this thing. And we need to put a 1x2 here. And then another mixel joint connector there. Aha, the eyes are coming now. Okay, so this is, once again, this probably we didn't need to disconnect because it is the same in the Triceratops as well as the T-Rex as far as how they do eyes. So these eyes are back again. There we go. And let's see, we got some, hinge clips going over here, it looks like. I guess these guys, yeah. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yep. And then we have the, and I think if I remember right, I moderate for Tiago Catarino on his YouTube channel, and he's started, and I think he has been in 3-in-1 Creator, working when he was there at Lego. He does miss hanging out with his buddies, though. You could tell when he talks, about missing hanging out with a lot of the designers there. And then he'll even say when he's working on something, he'll say, "Good job, Marcus," or whoever the designer was of the set he's building. Yeah. I know that was a very difficult decision for him to move back to Portugal. But it was a good decision for him, especially, with the pandemic and everything. So, okay, so this curved piece is coming in here. And it looks like we put a 1x2. All right, where's the 1x2? There we go. Back in a moment. I think that was the day we broke Flynn with all those German accents. Cowboy Kenobi was in on the plan too. No, it was actually, I think the German thing came after. Yeah. Because I think when we did our, well, actually, you might be right now that I think about it, because you're right. We must see Doctor Strange. We must go now. That's right. That's right. And Cowboy Grenade. Cowboy Kenobi. Yeah. That's right. Those were, I think that was when I first started streaming. That would have been in September, I think. Because I started streaming on Twitch September 14th. Uh-oh. This doesn't seem right. I think I'm missing a 1x2. Yeah. I think a 1x2 goes here. There we go. And we got that slope. We got that. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that the other day. Because now I belong to a German lock, and how we were doing those German accent. Super sewer baby. I knew we were in trouble. Oh my goodness. Those were the days. Those were the days. Okay, so now you can see we built that little horn, like the rhinoceros kind of horn, and now we're going to build up the back of the head with this next section here. That's right. I think you I think Cowboy Cornado did a Cthulhu. So I think the Cthulhu had taken over the White House. Something like that. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, we're silly. Poor Flynn. Yeah, we broke him, and I think he didn't want to read stories after that. So I think that was our fault. Poor guy. I thought he would be into it since he loves doing accents and stuff, but yeah, he wasn't happy. I think if he's in on it, he would have been fine, but I think because we surprised him with it, I think that's what happened. All right, let's see. We want 2 showing. I'm just looking at the way that the drawing is. All right. So you can see these clips and click hinges are going to be important. Okay, flip this over, and this is where we put in the teeth. And I want us to flip it around. So teeth go here. That was fun, though, I have to say. I remember, too, just working on that stream, and when we came up with the idea as a group, we were just laughing so hard. Cthulhu in the White House was the best use of the red octopus ever. Yes. That was hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, but you're right, Debo, because I remember, I think I came first because of Brickanista. Then it was you. Then it was, I think, Cornado, because he would come after me. Then it was you, and then it was Monica. And then by then he was like, "You did this on purpose." It's like, well, yeah, we did. Okay. So now I have to take this apart because we need 2 of these guys. We need 2 of the tusks. Oops, up. Uh-oh. That went flying. Hopefully I don't need another one. Okay, so let's see. I think I know where it went. I think it went into the bag. So, okay, so we got that. And this looks like it's going to connect right here. So you can see where the click hinges are. And I think, there we go. You want that snap. Okay. That's actually a nice little head. Look at that. That is cool. Or, dare I say, it's dope. All right. Now, this one, for some reason, I thought there was a lower jaw, but now that I look at the photo, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, that one caught some heat. I didn't mean for it to be political. It really wasn't. Well, I think all 4 of us all doing it together, I think, is what. And I think we meant it in good jest, but I think he wasn't happy. And I think after that, he stopped reading stories. So it was like, all right. Well, anyway, I don't know if you can see it, but here's the mixel. Here's the mixel joint. And there's the connection. And I know it's kind of hard to see with the camera, but trust me, that's what it is. Okay, so there's our little stubby Triceratops. And you can see we have a lot of leftover pieces from this one. Deneen McDermott. Oh my gosh, you're up late. How are you, Brickworm? We just finished this one. And actually, you know what? I might have enough time to do the 3rd one. I was debating about it because, yeah. Oh, so you haven't caught on to this, Deneen, but the last 2 streams, we've been talking about characters within our group as Star Wars figures. So right above me is Cowboy Kenobi. So that's Cowboy Kenobi. I'm C3. It's dope, yo. Debo is R2 Debo. Max is Max Solo. So I'm not sure if you're interested in one as well, but Leah's already taken. You're watching from bed? Okay. Yeah, we Quilt Lego Mama is Quilt Leah Mama. So a couple things I would probably change is like this little gap here. And I'm looking at the photo. There is a gap. I would try to fill this gap in somehow with maybe some slopes or something. Yeah, so we all have character names now from Star Wars. And now that during the conversation we were talking about Cowboy Kenobi, Cornado said, "I haven't done a mech in a while." We go, well, there you go. You need to do now the Cowboy Kenobi mech. Okay, so now I guess we're going to try this Triceratops or the pterodactyl. Because this definitely went faster than I thought. And I guess to be a completionist, we should do all 3. The first one clearly took most of the pieces. This next one, and I don't know if you want to see the photo of what the pterodactyl is supposed to look like. yeah, so Brickworm is enjoying her days of being able to sleep in before she starts her new job, which is going to be next week, I think, right? I think you're starting next week. So I do need to drop some things off for you before you start your new job. I have a couple things here for you. So I'm going to take apart some of this, but I don't think we're going to need a lot of pieces. I think I might do this a little differently. I think last time I took apart the entire thing. I think this time I'm going to tear apart what I need, because it turns out like I undid several parts that ended up being put back together in exactly the same way. The pterosaur. Yes, the pterosaur. Okay, so this first piece we need is this one. So I'm going to take this apart here. Oops. And looks like, yeah, Debo stepped out for just a moment, but we were talking about how there were 4 of us who did German accents for Flynn to read on the air. He wasn't too happy about that. And that was when I first started streaming, so I said that was back in September. That was a while ago. It's hard to believe I've been streaming this long. Assuming you get the laptop they're supposed to deliver. Oh, okay. So you're actually still working from home then? You don't have to go into the office. Okay, well, then I can maybe drop this off later. Here's a piece that's in this set that's actually really cool, is this ball joint extender. So you get 2 of these in this set. So looking forward to that. So right now I'm just going for these inverse slopes that are right now on the bottom of this Triceratops. Well, that's nice. I mean, that's a good thing about being in a pandemic, is that you still can work from home for a while. Let's see. All right, so we got that. And looks like we need a 2x2. And I can take these off. Yeah, I was telling people I have a board meeting tomorrow for the whole weekend. So I'm going to be in a board meeting Friday from 7 to 3, Saturday from 7 to 3, Sunday from 7 to 3. So I will not be on either the Rebrick or the Mosaic show tomorrow or the one on Sunday, because I will be doing my duty for the nonprofit that I belong to. But I did submit a mosaic. It was just one that I had done before for the mosaic challenge back in around February. You got your bricks and pieces order today? Oh, cool. What the crap am I going to do with 100 gold bananas? I don't know. You must have had some reason to order 100 gold bananas. Oh, by the way, so I'm hoping Bricks and Pieces. We did these beatboxes on my Twitch stream the other day, but check this out. They have panda tiles. They have these. I'll zoom in for this. Look at that. It's a panda tile. So if Bricks and Pieces, I'm going to have to like order a bunch of these and give them out at conventions as part of being a part of the Brickanista Broadcast Network. You have some? You'll have some as far as the tiles? You don't have any? Yeah, I have to order them once they become available. Unfortunately, they don't. Yeah, Matthew's been on for a while too. Okay, so this goes back to this piece. I'm glad I didn't tear this apart, because in all 3 models, this little ball joint connection is the same. Oops. Ah. Okay. So this this piece here. Let's see. Where's my... Where's the thing I was working on? There we go. All right, so this is facing behind this time. So where's the other one? You can tell I'm getting... My mind is not 100% at this point. I tore it off. I know it's here. Okay. I'm looking for this piece with the bowl. I know that I don't think it fell off. Ah, here it is. See, I trusted in the brick, Cowboy Kenobi. And that's how Cowboy Kenobi got his name, Brickworm, is that when he was on my streams, I was working on a set and I'd say, you know, where's this piece? I can't find the piece. Did they not put it in the set? And he'd always say, trusted the brick. Trusted the brick, Brickanista. So I told him, I think just 2 days ago, I think I said, you're my Obi-Wan Kenobi. Because, you know, it's like when Luke hears his voice in his head. So yeah, so I have Cornado's voice in my head saying, trusted the brick. Here, I should zoom in a little bit so you can see this. These pieces are the ones that are, you don't have to tear them apart once you build them. So many things. You got one. No, the gold bananas. Only joking. I think my Star Wars name might be Sky Quilter? Yeah. Let's see. Do we have a Luke Sky Quilter? Or did anybody take Luke? I don't think anybody has Luke right now. Or do we? I'm trying to remember. We have a Leah. I know we have a Leah, so you could be Luke Sky Quilter. Yeah, that would work. We have, we still are looking for a Chewbacca. We had one, but he didn't like his name. Doc Sampson, we were calling him Chewdaka, but he didn't like it, so he wanted to go by Doc Ness instead. So, and then Matthew is Math Yoda. So we got Math Yoda. We have Max Braun, who is Max Solo. So yeah, I don't think we have a Luke, so you could be Luke Skyquilter. Yeah, Matt Yoda. There he is. That's his name. So see, when you're on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, you just never know what we're going to call you at any given time. All right, so we're building this now. And it looks like a 2x4. It says it should have a 2x4 sand. There it is. Okay. So this goes here. Yeah, we're really getting all of the names together. So I'm C3, it's Dope Yo. That's me. Debo is R2 Debo. So you can tell we're being super silly. So yeah, you could be Luke Skyquilter. I think we, if you don't mind changing genders, if you'd rather be, you know, I'm not, I'm the robot, so I'm the, I guess I'm a hexadecimal robot too. I'm non-binary. I don't know. Do we know what C3PO is? What gender he or she is? Because he comes across as a he, so I am a he in this universe. In the Brickanista, it's Dope Yo Star Wars universe. So, like I said, look what you got yourself into, Brickworm. All right, so we're building this out, and 1x2. Yeah, silliness abounds when you log into the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And Debo has coined it the Brickanista Cantina. So we're, you know, a rowdy lot get together. But we have fun. We're a little quirky, but we have fun. I'm looking for my 2x2 round. I wonder if it's nope. See if it's been nope, that's not it. Here it is. All right. As my dad would say, if it was a snake, it would have bit me because it was so close. All right. Yeah, we are getting close. We are definitely getting close. I'm glad, Debo, you convinced me to continue. The Sky's Quilter Sage, our saga. Long ago in a YouTube channel far, far away. That's right, the Sky Quilter Saga. That's right. The It's Dope Yo Wars. Oh my goodness. Yes, like I said, silliness abounds here. You just never know what we're going to talk about. But yeah, I think it definitely, you're right, Debo, that our German fest goes back to those days, to September. That's when I started on Twitch. And that was on a Twitch stream when we came up with that idea of us all doing German references. And isn't it ironic that I now belong to a German lug? How weird is that? That is really weird. You just never know what the universe is going to bring you. Okay, so now it looks like we're working on a little tail. All right, so we have this. Yeah, I'm bummed I'm going to be missing the stream tomorrow, but I was able to sit in on the Patreon. They had a Patreon Zoom call. So since I'm a Patreon member, I was invited to that. That was fun. Yeah, Kim Chris was on there, Rob Zaccardi, Kara, the Hornbergers. Yeah, so a subset of people were there. Let's see. I'm talking and not concentrating on the pieces. Yeah. So this is now one of my new favorite pieces. This 1x1 with this double-sided knob. I bet that set would rebrick well as a frog, possibly. So if you're thinking about participating, you still have time. It's not due until March 21st. And apparently, Debo has already done one rebrick. He's already started. Yeah, there's a lot of really good pieces in here. Lots of good pieces. Like I said, this 1x2 with the 2 connection points is a good one. And let's see. Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay. And we get to use those teeth, the little teeth this time. These little teeth are going to go in here. Yeah, I could tell I'm getting tired because I'm like, come on. My finger strength gets... I'm less tactile when I get tired, I think. Lots of really good black teeth pieces in here too, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of really interesting monsters come out of this Rebrick challenge. You have hundreds of those 1x1s. You're talking about the 1x1s with the 2 reverse. This piece that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, you like those pieces as well? Yeah. Yeah, so this is almost like horns. I'm not sure exactly how they want them, but anyway, you get the idea. Let's see, where does this go? This goes onto the back. Okay. All right, so I think we have to make 2 of these because it looks like the way this is in the drawing. So we have that interesting piece there. Here, I'll zoom out just a little bit. So you can see that the shape is coming together. There are these little horn things. I think we have to do a second one of these. Yep. Definitely have a second one. Kind of the mirror image. Very similar. Okay, so let me zoom in again. Yeah, we were just talking about the Rebrick too, Brickworm. So the Rebrick is not due until the March 21st. So we've got lots of time. Because we figure people are going to get the set or they're going to download it or do whatever. Want to give them plenty of time. And this is just a way to show people what's in the set too. So give them ideas like you were just talking about. That you were thinking maybe you might make a frog out of yours. That's totally possible. Totally within the realm of possibility. And if I remember right, we have a 1x2 curved piece. Is it on one of these? Aha, there it is. Oops, no, this is the one I just built. No, don't tear that one apart. There it is. Okay. So here we go. Okay, so this one is going to go up. I got to put the teeth in. Don't forget the teeth. Need those teeth. Yeah, this one has a lot of teeth. So that's, I guess, a good plus. Okay, how come I'm not seeing the small teeth? Yeah, this did have, unless is it connected to another part? Yeah, see, I'm seeing the big teeth. I'm seeing a lot of big teeth. Where are the small teeth? I need 3 more small teeth. Unless, was I supposed to use the bigger ones? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I need 8 total. 7. Maybe I was supposed to use the bigger teeth. Debo, are you still here? Did you use the bigger teeth or the little ones for this? Because I'm using the little teeth on this one. Because I'm thinking I may not have enough, so I may be using the wrong teeth. Maybe I'm supposed to use the big teeth? I'm trying to trust in the brick, but here are the, you can see these are the big ones here. There's 7 that I've counted. Right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. 5 if you include this one. So I'm thinking maybe it's supposed to be the bigger ones. You still can't bring yourself to tear down your rebricked puppy? Yeah, you don't have to do that. I only need 4? No, I need 8. Because you have to do 2 sides. So that's why I've got, for the bigger ones, I've got 7 here. And then I'm looking, I've got 4 here of the little ones and 1 of the small one here. And I'm looking for another, I think it's supposed to be the bigger ones, but I can't find, I'm believing in the brick. They think, oh, you know what it is? It's both. Okay, check this out. Okay, so 2 little ones. Let's see if you can see the 2 little ones and 2 big ones. That's why. 2 on each side. Yep. Okay, well, that explains it. Okay, so let me go back. Well, let's do this one. Let's finish this. That's a relief because I was starting to get worried. Okay, so this one is going to go here on the right. Yeah. Just make sure I get this straight. Okay. All right, so this one, since this is going on the right side, these go on top. So the little ones go on top, the big ones go on the bottom. So the answer is both. You need 2 of the small ones and then 2 of the big ones. There we go. Okay. Good. Like I said, when you stream after streaming for 2.5 hours, it starts getting a little. That's why, Debo, I don't know how you did as many hours as you did. It's impressive. Okay, so now I can redo this and just put 2 large ones on the bottom. Okay, there we go. Now that's together in the right way. All right. It still doesn't quite look like a pterodactyl yet. It's like, when is it going to start looking like a pterodactyl? And once again, this is another reason why it's good to stream, because if I didn't stream and if Debo wasn't here, I would not have been able to confirm that that was the case. So like I said, there's many benefits to streaming, besides coming up with silly names for Star Wars characters. Though that is fun too. There's multiple reasons to stream. Okay. I think just looking at all these cool parts is fun. So like I said, these parts here, dope. Very dope. Totally dope. Alright, so we got that. Oops, now we want a dark green. Yeah, so I think if you're going to do this set, definitely you don't have to tear things down all the way to the pieces. You can kind of go along and see what you need, and then kind of pull it together. A pterodactyl is an outdated term. Pterosaur? Oh, okay. I never claimed to be up to date on anything. And you missed earlier, is BB0990 still here? Because BB0990 has never seen Star Wars. So just saying. he is BB090 or 90, BB90 here in YouTube, but in Twitch he's BB0990. So. Well, you know, there's still people who say that we have Pluto is a planet. So I'm not one of them, but if we want to talk about outdated terms, I know a couple friends of mine who say, I will always think of Pluto as a planet. They can never take that away from me. It's like, well, you know, updated information, so it is what it is. Let's see, where's that other, I need that other piece. Oh, there it is. Like I said, as my dad would say, if it was a snake, it would have bit me, because it was right there. I'm looking for a 1x2 in this color. So where are all my 1x2s in that color? Because it doesn't have a bar. No, just standard 1x2. I know I'm going to need these. So I'm just trying to see if they ended up... Ah, there they are. Okay. You got a bail? Hey, no worries. Thanks for stopping by, Max Solo. May the force be with you. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's see. Oh, this is supposed to be down one. Okay, so this is supposed to be down one. Okay, there we go. Pluto is a planet, but so is Ceres. No, I thought Pluto is now a star. They reclassified Pluto. No, Pluto is no longer a planet. That was a couple of years ago. I remember when they did that, it pissed off a lot of people. A lot of people were not happy about that. Okay, so now let me zoom out a little bit. Is got, I guess these are the wings that are coming together. And got a little tail thing going. All right. All right, some more wing action coming about. Yeah, so I know that whenever you see ×2, you might as well build them at the same time. So I'll try to do this. Pluto, they're all planets. I don't know. I heard that Pluto was reclassified. It's not a planet anymore. You can Google it, but I'm pretty sure they reclassified it, I think, I want to say 5 years ago? It's been a while. Unless they changed their minds again. But somebody Google it for me because dwarf planet is a planet. It's in the name. I don't think, though, they called it a dwarf planet. I thought they called it something else. And that's why they said it's no longer a planet. Rand McNally was a little excited, though. Everyone needed new charts. Yeah, that's true. But I know they changed it. It's no longer a planet. It's something else. I'm trying to remember what they called it. It wasn't a dwarf planet. It was something else. It was like a heavy star or something like that. And that's fairly recent. Because like you said, Debo, it's like, what? Our solar system doesn't have 9 planets anymore? Blasphemy! How dare you? How dare you take away Pluto from us? It was like growing up, we had to name all the planets, and that was a bummer that we could no longer have Pluto in our midst anymore. Okay, so we've got these now here. Planetoid. Is that the name? Is that what they're calling it? A planetoid? I seem to remember it didn't have planet in the word. I thought it was like a, some sort of star or something. Like I said, if I wasn't building, I'd look it up right now. But that's why I was wondering, maybe is Cowboy Kenobi available to do a search? Let's see. There we go. So this, so you can see that we're putting on these plates all the way across. And let's see. I think I'm just assuming it's going to be the reverse on the other side. Yeah. Oops, did I put this on the right way? Make sure I put this on the right way. Nope. This one's supposed to be on this side, right? Okay, nope, I put the wrong plate on. Right? Make sure I'm doing this right. Like I said, it's not advisable to stream this late at night when you have a meeting to go to in the morning. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the wingspan is coming together. All right. Okay. Then almost done here. We still have a few little bits to do because we have some mixel joints we need to add. Here, I'll zoom in for this because it's kind of small. There we go. All I know is Pluto TV is a great way to watch classic Doctor Who episodes. Okay. I mean, they may have reclassified it again, but I seem to remember there were so many communities that were so pissed off that Pluto was no longer a planet. Sad times. The death of Pluto as a planet. Okay, let's see, we have some. Like I said, they may have reclassified it again, but I remember there was a lot of kerfuffle, if you like that word. Quite the kerfuffle about it. I know that Matthew probably knows that word because I learned that from that TV show I was talking about the other day when I was talking about Little Britain. I used to use that word a lot. It's causing quite the kerfuffle. Happy Friday! Yeah, 12:01 a.m. There we are. Okay. So we are locking this in place. This is a weird element. I'm not sure what this is all about, but I have a feeling my looking, I got power for that. My front light may go out soon, possibly, because I had to recharge the battery earlier. But like I said, I've been usually doing about 3 hours at a time. So we're coming up on that mark, just past it actually. Okay, so we got that going on. Gotta zoom out a little bit. All right. I think this might be the head that we're working on. Okay, so we got that. Yeah, because I think these are the eyes, which are a little different than what we've seen before with the other two. Yeah, the eyes are different on this one. Definitely. Nice shaping, though. I like, you can see how they're shaping this together. And locking it down, too. Nice little beak action. So, yep, this is definitely the head. I took that opportunity to adopt Ceres and Eris as valid as Pluto was. I see. Okay. All right, so here we go. We are going to zoom out because this, I believe, is the last step as we attach the head of the bird and move some of these out of the way. Definitely uses a lot fewer pieces than the other one. Indeed, this is the last of the dinosaurs, or at least of this set. And some would argue this isn't technically a dinosaur. It's a bird, I guess. But we will still accept that these are part of the mighty dinosaurs. And for those of you who did not know this, apparently there are some instructions for more dinosaurs that you can make from this set that are out on the internet. I think before we are done on the 21st, we will make those available too. Got to find them first. I'm trying to remember, somebody on the daily brick limit was telling me this. Is that a pterodactyl? It's Doc Solo. This is called a pterodactyl, but also, according to Deneen, it is a pterosaur. As we are talking about, apparently pterodactyl is an outdated term. But what does Lego call it? Did they actually name this? Let me see if it has it on the outside of the box. It just says Mighty Dinosaurs here. Let's see. Do they say which dinosaurs they are supposed to represent? It doesn't say. No, it doesn't say. Not on the outside of the box, I think. Nope. Nope. The solar system needs to become more inclusive. Okay. So, Doc, according to Deneen, she says it's a pterosaur, not a pterodactyl. So, but on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, we will include both if we were having a quiz show. And since Cowboy Kenobi is here, I'm assuming Cowboy Kenobi is okay with it too. I think the issue is that it didn't exist at the same time period. Jurassic, Triassic, and whatnot are all millions of years apart. They found more stuff. Let me see, that they got to reclassify. Well, all I know is that the Mighty Dinosaurs, and these are nice too, because see how they have the articulation also like that? So you can, and you can also angle these too if you wanted to in different ways. So this actually has some really good articulation to it. So you can, you know, have this maybe almost looking like a rocket ship if you look at it this way. So anyway, we don't need to debate at midnight what terms we have, but let's just say they're all good. They're all good terms. And Pluto can be a planet and a non-planet too. Whatever floats your boat. You know? But some kid had to explain to me that a brontosaur was a made-up thing and was bones from two different dinos. Really? Interesting. I think I did hear that too. So this is kind of cool. That you can stand it up almost like a penguin, and then if you wanted to, I think this one, because of the weight factor, this one has more options for articulation than the other one did. The other two. R2-D2, we're all in our own little worlds. That's right. And all these worlds are dope, yo. Okay, so yeah. I don't know. This one is pretty cool because I think because it's got such stubby legs on the bottom here, that it also doesn't have the weight distribution problem like the T-Rex did. But it definitely has a lot of articulation on this one. I like it. All right, cool. Well, see, I'm glad we did this. It didn't. I mean, Debo took 1 hour less time than I did, but I stayed within my regular time limit because I usually stream about 3 hours on a regular basis, 9 o'clock to midnight usually. It's a dwarf planet, and planet is in the designation. So isn't it really still a planet? Pluto is Schrodinger's planet. So it's like Schrodinger's cat. It could be whatever we want it to be. So what is this? A Cerosaurio. It's Cerosaurio. I don't know. There's no dope in there. So I don't know. You need to put a dope in there. All right, my friends. Let me put this on the full screen, and then I can say goodbye and good night and adieu, depending on where you are. Sorry about your planet. Galactus was hungry. You love how flexible the wings are? Yes, I think of all the ones that we built, this one, I think, I'll just hold it up for the camera. This one definitely has a lot more possibilities for showing character, right? If you're doing some poses and what have you. All right, so once again, Mighty Dinosaurs. Great deal for the money. This is Thrifty Thursday, now Friday, but got this set for $11.99 at Target. And you saw we had 3 hours of 3 different builds that we were able to do. There are some other builds that are out there on the internet, so we'll look for those and make them available for people. And then our task that we're giving to people is Debo and I are running this challenge to take this set and rebrick this set into something else. Use the hashtag #RebrickItThis. So rebrick this. Let me see if since I did this a long time ago, I'll put it back in the chat. But so I will just put in the notes here. Once again, hashtag #RebrickThis. And then do that on Instagram. And then what we'll do is on March 21st, so Sunday, March 21st by noon or 12 p.m. Pacific time. What set? Set is the Mighty Dinosaurs, set number 31058, right? Yeah, 31058. So, Doc, since you're local, I was able to find this at Target for $11.99 at the Bellevue one. All the other stores are sold out, but the Bellevue one, I think, still has a few copies left. She keeps holding up nothing. As far as because of the green screen, maybe. I mean, I could go back to my down camera, but I think it's time to say goodbye. Yeah, 31058. Because it's green. Yeah, I know. The green screen doesn't help. But yesterday was way overpriced Wednesday. So thank you, Cowboy Kenobi, for that new tagline. I will be off tomorrow. Saturday, I'm going to still try to stream, even though I am going to be in an all-day board meeting. I'm probably going to be tired. But that's Saturday. And I thought I want to bring back the Super Sewer Baby stories. So I'm thinking of dedicating Saturday to some of the Super Sewer Baby stories. So I'm thinking about doing that. And then Sunday, I won't be able to do a 1 o'clock stream because I'm going to be in this meeting. But what I may do, and I'm going to talk to Debo about this, is maybe we'll do a pre-recorded thing that we can upload for the 1 o'clock just to remind people about the Rebrick This. And then Sunday at 9, because I do 2 streams on Sunday, I'll be back to Twitch. And I have a new set that I bought, which is the Ninjago Destiny's Bounty, which I'm excited about, which is why I got the punk rock pirate from this, because I'm big into pirates and nautical themes. So I'm going to start on that Sunday on my Twitch stream to be building. So that's the plan. I just wanted to let you know that this weekend's a little off because I've got this board meeting. It's taking up a lot of my time. But Sunday at 1 o'clock, I probably will not be here. So I will be here on Saturday, because I always take Tuesdays and Fridays off. So I'll be back on Saturday with something. Like I said, I'm thinking it's going to be Super Sewer Baby Saturday. So the Stealth Pterosaur. Yeah, that's right. Okay, my friends, it's Dope Yo. This is C3. What is my name again? C3, it's Dope Yo. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in. Really appreciate your time. If you liked the video, please give a thumbs up. I'm really appreciative that everybody got me to 100, so that helps me to get the vanity URL. I still need to make a banner, but once I make the banner, I should be able to get the vanity URL. And lots of fun. Please check out Debo's stream as well. Debo will be streaming Mondays at 9 a.m. Pacific or noon Eastern time. And then I will be streaming, as I mentioned, I will stream again at my regular schedule. If you're ever wondering about my schedule, just look at the link tree that's on my Instagram. It has it right on the link tree. In fact, I'll put the link here, linktr.ee/Brickanista. Okay, more ships. Yes, I can't wait. I've been wanting the Destiny's Bounty, and I saw it, and I had streamed the other day the Amelia Earhart that I got as the gift with purchase. So yeah, I haven't done a ship in a while, so I'm really excited to be doing Destiny's Bounty. And I haven't done a Ninjago set, so that's another thing, another reason why I wanted to do that. So yeah, Destiny's Bounty will start Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Okay, my friends, this has been fun. I really appreciate it. And once again, thank you again for helping me grow my presence both on YouTube and on Twitch and Instagram. It's been lots of fun. The Brickanista Broadcast Network, it's still in its growing stages, but I've been having a blast. And thank you so much for being a part of this all. And we'll see what happens at the Brickanista Cantina next as far as Star Wars characters. If you want to, just like what Cornado did, if you want to do a version of yourself as your Star Wars minifig, sig fig, feel free, completely optional. I'm still trying to figure out how I would do me as C-3PO, but it'll be fun to think about. So anyway, it's been so much fun hanging out with you guys. Take care. Have a great day. And enjoy. I know that you could be doing all kinds of things, but I really appreciate it. So keep on building, stay inspired, and we'll see you later. Take care. Bye.